We don't really know what to expect. This has been very last minute. We applied for it and it came in a few days ago. So we've been busy behind the scenes just trying to make everything fit, making sure our project's taken care of. Now we're at Stafford, waiting to go to Manchester to catch our flight.
It's 4:15 in the morning.
Louder! Pump it, louder! We've arrived. Colin's house. Let's have a good day, come on. Welcome back, everybody, to the Frontier Studio Hours. Under Armour's threw up on me today. A big thank you to everybody who's been engaging, dropping us comments. And I just want to let you guys know that we have heard you and we have a huge plan to release all of this content showing all of our process from strategy all the way to shipping brands and products. We have just returned from Cannes, France. We have been there for the Cannes Lions Festival, and we were lucky enough to be invited to Colin's house. Colin's house is ran by Collins, the world-renowned branding agency. It's this exclusive, invite-only creative sanctuary away from the hustle and bustle of all of the huge corporate events that you'll find down on the beachfront. It was incredible. It was a real pinch me moment for River and I. Plenty of panel discussions all throughout the day, musical performances, but I cannot lie, the biggest value that we had there was simply just having conversations with other people in the industry, finding out the cool work that they're doing, being introduced to people in their network. That's what the beauty of this event was.
I see some early signs of that.
The drip is everything, so Carhartt through and through.
Oh, that is warm though, isn't it?
We decided to heed the warnings and we got a front row seat. In the sun, in the blistering sun. What have we done?
And we want you to be the artist, to be the, photographed in Silvertap. I'm like, yo, can I score this film? He was like, have you ever scored? I was like, nah, but I can figure it out.
Great inspirational talk. The man will.i.am, Kiki Palmer. Man, it's just like
Ken Hertz.
What I realise is when you've got people that are as truly as successful as those people, the wisdom, I was hooked.
And it was the optimism was the through line between all of it, right? We'll speak about some scary stuff in the industry.
Real scary stuff, man.
The general theme here is for AI adoption of it, but not full ownership or AI owning the whole system from start to finish.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because I know it's pretty controversial or divided in our industry as creatives, whether, some people are like, fuck AI, don't touch it. Yeah. It's all about the craft, but it seems to be very much with AI to make things better, to do things you couldn't otherwise do. And then for us to get imaginative and creative around what is our role in this? What does design mean? What does creativity mean?
will.i.am was saying, it's down to us to think about not the what's next, but what's the next. And you do have to look so far ahead to actually work out where the world is going so you can be prepared and not be left behind.
I'm still 2008.
You're still 2008.
So there were some incredible speakers. We had the likes of Professor Brian Cox. We had Seal just walk past us while we're having our glass of rosé. That doesn't happen every day, right? So you can see real intimate, fantastic opportunity to rub shoulders, to schmooze, and to just get creative and just to re-spark that energy inside you so that when you get back to the desk, you're reinvigorated and you're ready to do the best work of your life. About a year ago now, River and I, we made the commitment to start putting ourselves out there a little bit more. So we did, and we launched this YouTube channel that you're watching right now. We started going to more events. We started doing more speaking gigs, going to Colin's house, all of these types of things. And I guess the takeaway is, putting yourself in the right rooms to have these really inspiring, creative conversations that gets you to think a little bit differently. River and I, we said within an hour of arriving that the ROI of that trip had been achieved because of the conversations that we were having. That's something I would definitely say to you guys, is to get yourselves out there, interact with your peers as much as your clients, get yourself at events, start understanding different ways of working, different perspectives on the industry, pains and struggles, and who knows, maybe you've got something for you to contribute as well.
I'm going to walk you through a bit of the Heading brand. You've already seen a little bit of some early work and some of the challenges we faced with this work, where basically we took a little bit of a wrong turn and probably lent too much into founder vision. This was a little bit of the journey we went through, where we were looking at different, benchmarking against the likes of a SEMrush, for example, since this was targeted towards marketing agencies or marketers. Having a look at different routes or motifs and brand devices that could be used to animate the whole brand, and then having a few territories that we came up with as well before arriving at a mix of this kind of like whimsical feel. We wanted this product to feel like a delight to use every day. Also looking at the imagery style as well, and how we could bring the original nautical vibe, or the idea of bringing that water, and the idea around navigation to the forefront. And we are now the other side of that. We now have sign off. We are going to be fleshing this out a little bit more, but we were working in a sprint manner here. So this is what we landed upon. We were able to adapt the logo here. We've got the color palette, bringing in those gradients. And then this is where it really starts to come to life, where we've got these beautiful kind of textured images with a kind of like a holographic kind of scaly effect to it. And we're able to take that kind of lens flare, that kind of, let's call it unicorn dust, and have it as as overlays over imagery. And we're able to really just give little nods of the brand in all these kind of beautiful little details of where the brand shows up. Also got these elements just here, which is this is that nautical nod to the arrows that you may see on some of the ships. If I go to the original mood board, things like this, where we can see kind of the vessels. This is like a vessel finder, just like a boat would charter the ocean to get to their destination. Heading is for marketers and brands to be able to charter their AI visibility, to see where they're going, to see where they're heading, and to see how they can improve how they show up in search, which is obviously the way that people are more and more looking to find partners, businesses, brands, products that they're looking to buy in the market for. Right now we've got some light brand guidelines on the go. So we've just got the basics of the brand guidelines coming in. And I absolutely love this piece where it's inverted as well, where we've actually got not the background being this whimsical rainbow dust kind of scaly textured element, but in fact we've got that as the mask on the logo mark on this kind of off-white background. It works really well. So nice. So yeah, really proud of the team for bringing this one together, and being able to react to the change in direction that we needed to have. How we're exporting some logos, and then finally the product UI. Go to wireframe so you can see a bit of the journey here. We had an old dashboard just here, which was provided by the client, and then we were looking at some inspiration over here as well. So yeah, we've just been going back and forth on a few details. This needs to be heading branding by default, but then the user needs to have the ability to white label it for their own agency. So that's an example of us doing that just here. And we're just testing how the different images work. Obviously here we've got this beautiful kind of fade going on where the cards sit on top, and it adds a bit of depth to things. But as we go on, we've started to look at how we might change that, whether we can tidy things up a little bit more, and whether we should indeed keep that separate. But we just had a call with the client yesterday, and we were able to build an argument for this one because of the location of the logo. We're able to keep that up here. And in fact, we wouldn't have the client's dashboard branded here. One of my favorite things about this brand is the category that it's operating within. There's a lot of tropes that people are following in the space. A lot of the brands and competitors in the space are following. They all look and feel the same. Either a dark or light theme, maybe one accent color. They feel, again, not very welcoming or approachable, really. They're obviously doing great work. And they are beautiful designs as well. I love this style by Peak. But yeah, they're just not super distinct. And they don't look like they've had that brand treatment on there. It doesn't look like they've tried to be different. It's like, okay, how can we look really refined, really polished? But there's not really much that's distinct. I imagine if these three did ads, they would all be looking pretty much the same. If I was to bring that over to here, for example, and do a quick side-by-side, whilst we haven't got the landing page done yet, we can begin to see how there's a pretty standout difference between these five. So yeah, really, that's what excites me most about this project, how we've managed to eventually position it to where it needs to be. And I think when we bring in the marketing side to this, the launch campaigns that they've got set out, and of course get the products up to scratch as well, this is going to be one to watch. And I'm sure they'll be making some ripples in the AI visibility space.
So right now we've got plenty of other projects coming through the door. So we need to get our ass back in gear, get to work. We've got plenty more events coming up. We've got Web Summit in Lisbon that we'll be going to near the end of the year, along with a Unusual Group founder retreat that's going to be super cool as well. So plenty more opportunities to go out, immerse ourselves with our peers, meet up with some of the people that we've spoke to over the past week. And I don't know, guys, it's halfway through the year almost, and it's been an incredible year. We've smashed our targets. We've worked on some incredible projects. We've solved some pretty big fundamental pain points in the studio, and we're just ready to keep climbing. I hope you guys found some value out of this video. Please do consider dropping us a big fat subscribe. Come and drop us a comment. Come and connect with us on LinkedIn. Come and have a conversation. We love hanging out with you guys. So once again, thanks for tuning in. Hope you have a great day. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
Yeah. These are my memoirs. Light up a cigar, smoke up the memories as I sit and dust them off. Why do people say it's just to piss you off? Ignore them, no call button, and then dress too par. Now they can't test the God.